Hi everyone, and welcome to week 2 of Behind the Belly. This is definitely not going to be as long as the first one. Really, I'm just admitting to something that I thought was going to go better than it did, and it was probably a little stupid of me. So, when I was meal prepping and everything, as I said in my last video, it was going really well. It was nice to just kind of grab and go and have everything already portioned and ready to go, and I knew exactly how many calories I was eating. I knew exactly what I was eating, the macros, all that. It was great. The only thing that I really didn't like was that I felt like there was so much stuff in my freezer and in my fridge and in my pantry that wasn't being used. I was buying all of this, not all of this new stuff, but I was buying new things and a lot of food from my, from before I decided to change my habits and my eating habits and everything. I felt like it was just kind of staring at me, and it really wasn't going anywhere. And there were things that were open that I couldn't donate. I didn't want to be wasteful and throw it all away. So I thought that instead I would just try and take this food and transform it into healthier meals. Not as healthy as my meal prepped ones from the previous week, but, use it up and get rid of it and, in the least wasteful way possible, and move on from there. I figured I had at least a week, maybe 2 weeks worth of food that I could do that with, and only need to buy minimal ingredients, almond milk or soy milk, and like spinach and stuff. So that's what I tried to do. Was I made a list of things that I thought would I could make into healthy meals, use it up, get rid of it, be done. My problem that I kept running into was work has been very, it's taken up a lot of my mental space, and on top of that, I've been making a lot of Tina videos this past week, and the shorts and everything, and that's been a learning curve. So when breakfast, lunch, and dinner came around, I was skipping breakfast because I wasn't feeling really hungry, and then lunch, I was starving, and I didn't feel like making anything either because I was tired and hungry and I just wanted to grab something, and that's usually what I ended up doing. And it was more like a pack of ramen noodles, which is high sodium and carbs, which simple carbs, which I'm trying to stay away from for my blood sugar. And the plan that I had made had kind of sort of gone out the window. Yes, I'm eating my way through the stuff that's in my pantry and in my freezer and that, but I'm not doing it. In this past week, I didn't really do it in the healthiest way. I did lose weight this week. I did lose half a pound, which is nowhere near exactly what I was hoping for. But yeah, I guess all things considered, at least the scale's going down. So this coming week, I have a better plan of how to make meals and make them grab and go and still use up the ingredients in my pantries and that. So we're going to give this one more shot. Regardless, by the end of this coming week, I should have eaten through a lot of the things that were just kind of hanging out and staring at me, and still continue with the 10,000 steps, still continue with the 100 to 120 ounces of water a day, and the strength training 3 to 4 times a week, which I think is kind of the reason why I went down. I missed 2 days for the 10,000 steps, and 3 days I didn't meet my water goal, but I did complete the strength training 4 times this week, and as I said, the majority of the days I hit my goal, so that's good. But yeah, last week it was more about just eating, but I wasn't tracking, and I think that was a huge problem too. So I've identified my issues, my problems, things that I want to resolve, and I've made a plan for this coming week. So I'm going to start tackling that Monday. Well, this will be a Monday. It's Sunday night right now. I probably won't get this video posted until Monday, tomorrow morning. But so we're going to try this again, take 2. Meals mainly consist of overnight oats and smoothies for breakfast. Lunches, I've got chickpea salad with tortillas wraps, and dinners are whole grain pasta with lots of frozen veggies, and a tomato sauce. So those are kind of the meals, and then as I get busy, there's a couple like canned soups that I'm gonna eat, but those are gonna be more of instead of a regular throughout the week occurrence like they were last week, they're gonna be kind of more, I'm gonna use them more sparingly. So that's the plan. Hopefully I lose more than half a pound this week, but it's also to continuing showing up for myself, and it's also a lot of just keeping these habits, keeping doing these things to build the habits, keeping my body moving and focusing on my portions and eating healthy. So it's just building on itself. Like I said, I'm disappointed that I didn't do better with tracking my food, and I felt like in some ways this past week I sort of slid into old habits, but I think identifying the problems were showing improvement in that way, and a step moving forward. So thank you everyone for listening, and if you have any advice for me, please feel free to put it in the comments. This is I want to keep going on on this weight loss journey. I don't want to give up already, and any advice from people who have already been there is greatly appreciated. So thank you everyone. Bye.